Welcome to the second session in our series on beating task overwhelm. I met a business consultant when she helped bring me to Munich, Germany to share my photo reading program with busy executives. She had filled 2 rooms of 190 people each, and it was amazing to me what a powerhouse she was in the area of executive coaching and mentoring. One of the things that she advocated for quite a lot is being able to find small units of time where you can be innovative at building your general knowledge, improving your memory, increasing your capabilities, finding creative opportunities to break through on important problems that you might need to solve. And she called it finding Piggybank time. Small units of time throughout the day where you can make some progress on something that's quite important to you. For example, think about in your day when you might be able to find a couple of minutes to squeeze together to make a difference. One of those times is what I call that quiet time, twilight state, as you're going to sleep at night or as you're awakening in the morning. You're physically relaxed, you're mentally clear. This is a great time to think about innovative ideas to move you forward on projects that are important. Think about what your priorities are for the following day as you're going to sleep at night. And when you awaken, think about how you want your day to go and what will be the best way for you to break through on some of the key tasks that are important for you. Another time is when you're in the shower. It's a great time for planning. It's also a great time for working on your memory. If you want to memorize a list of important ideas, building your general knowledge on a topic, preparing for a presentation that you want to do, or if you're into working with your memory by learning lyrics to songs or memorizing poems, great times to do that. Another time is what we would call drive time. We like to call it our mobile university. This is where we can listen to important ideas, home study programs, build our general knowledge, not just listen to music for entertainment, but really applying ourselves to breaking through on something that's important to us around what we are working on personally. It's also a good time, if you do it hands-free, to make notes to self, ideas on important projects that come to you. Also, to be able to handle important communications with friends, relatives, and associates that's helpful to keep in touch with and make progress with on an ongoing basis. Drive time can be perfect. I have a few colleagues that regularly hear from me only when I'm on a long commute into the city. Another time is what I call transition time. You're transitioning from your workday, getting ready to go home. It's a great couple of minutes where you can just summarize your day, write down the highlights and the insights. What you can do is create a ta-da list for the following day, the things you want to check off and say, ta-da, I got it done. If you do that before the day begins, in other words, the night before, there's something in your non-conscious mind that will help you develop creative ideas that will occur to you when it's time to get something accomplished. Another time is general activities that you might engage in, such as bike riding, walking, exercise routines. These are times where instead of just watching a television program or distracting yourself, you could actually be developing your mind effectively. I created the paraliminal walkabouts for this exact reason. You begin doing your exercise and then you have a paraliminal recording that's stimulating both hemispheres of your brain. You're working with your non-conscious mind. You're accessing resources that will help you move ahead on important projects for you. You can do the same with or without paraliminals, but the idea is set that time as important time to advance yourself. Another time is what I would call commercial time. You know, if you watch TV and you do it without the use of a digital video recorder, during the time of a typical hour-long show, there's about 20 minutes of commercial break. During the times that commercials come on, hit the mute button, have a notepad next to you, and make progress on some important projects, either generating creative ideas or going through your to-do list, preparing yourself and planning for the next project that you have. Another idea is what I would call waiting time. That's time where you have to go to the Department of Motor Vehicles, or you have to wait for a doctor's appointment, dentist appointment. You've got a few minutes here or there. Oftentimes you'll see people when they're waiting in lines for a ticket queue or a meal, that they'll be working on their phone, doing social media. What I would recommend is use that time to make notes to yourself, to address key ideas, send out the missives, the messages that you might need to on text or either on emails that will help you get some of those key ideas, key projects off of your priority list, checking them off, getting them done. In summary, these are ideas that will help you recover small units of time. We call it putting time in a piggy bank, because this is time that you can draw from during your 24 hours that you might be able to recover small units to make a cumulative effect over a period of time. For example, 15 minutes a day, by the time a year is up, is the equivalent of over 90 hours, more than 2 40-hour weeks. So if you can just find 15 more minutes today to make progress, thinking time, creative time, ways of checking off things rather than putting them off, you're going to be having a cumulative effect of beating the task overwhelm scenario that you might be in at this time. Now, in the third session, we're going to look at how you can develop the habit of checking it off rather than putting it off. We'll see you on the next video.